Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will read a very beautiful poem, What a Blessing. I will read and translate it, then I will explain book exercise. Students, before I start to read the poem, I will tell you about the theme of the poem. Main theme of the poem is that God has given us a lot of beautiful things. Every day we feel happy and excited. So we should be thankful to Allah for all His blessings. Start to read the poem. What a blessing it is to wake up every single day. What a blessing it is to wake up every single day. हर रोज़ सुबह जागना कितनी बड़ी नेमत है. To hear the birds chirping as they go on their merry way. परिंदों की चहचहाहट सुनना जब वो अपने खुशी के रास्ते पर जाते हैं. And to watch the little squirrels as they come out to play. और नन्ही गुलहरियों को देखना जब वो खेलने के लिए बाहर निकलती हैं. Then to make ready for another crazy and hectic day. फिर तैयार होना एक और ख़ूबसूरत और मसरूफ़ दिन के लिए. और मे बी अ वॉक बाय द स्ट्रीम और स्ट्रोल अलॉन्ग द बे. चाहे वो नदी के किनारे चहलकदमी हो या साहिल पर घूमना हो. थैंक यू लॉर्ड फॉर लेटिंग मी लिव अनदर प्रीशियस डे. अल्लाह तेरा शुक्रिया मुझे एक और कीमती दिन जीने देने के लिए. What a blessing it is to wake up every single day. हर रोज़ सुबह जागना कितनी बड़ी नेमत है. No matter if it is cold and sky is dark and grey. कोई बात नहीं अगर सर्दी है और आसमान सियाह और सुरमई है. And I am snuggled up in bed under my fluffy duvet. और मैं बिस्तर में गर्म हूँ अपने परिंदों से बने गदे के नीचे. And the sun touches my heart. और if first light appears over a beautiful clear bay. या पहली शुआ खूबसूरत झील के किनारे इस शफाफ झील पर ज़ाहिर हो. एंड द सन टच माई हार्ट विद अ पियर्सिंग लिटिल रे. और सूरज की शुआएं मेरे दिल को छू लें. थैंक यू लॉर्ड फॉर लेटिंग मी लिव अनदर प्रीशियस डे. अल्लाह तेरा शुक्रिया मुझे एक और कीमती दिन जीने देने के लिए. व्हाट अ ब्लेसिंग इट इज़ टू वेक अप एवरी सिंगल डे. हर रोज़ सुबह जागना कितनी बड़ी नेमत है. टू गो अबाउट विद वॉट एवर आई हैव प्लान्ड फॉर द डे. वो तमाम काम करने जाना जो मैंने दिन के लिए तैयार किए थे. देन टू रिटायर एट द एंड ऑफ इट हैप्पी एंड गे. फिर दिन के ख़त्म होने पर थक जाना खुशी और मुसर्रत से. Even if my bed be in a barn on a prickly bed of hay. चाहे मेरा बिस्तर घोड़े के अस्तबल में हो या चुभने वाली घास में हो. Prickly bed of hay means चुभने वाली घास. And the horses say good night with a friendly little neigh. और घोड़े मुझे शब बखैर कहें एक दोस्ताना हनहनाहट के साथ. थैंक यू लॉर्ड फॉर लेटिंग मी लिव अनदर प्रीशियस डे. अल्लाह तेरा शुक्रिया मुझे एक और कीमती दिन जीने के लिए. व्हाट अ ब्लेसिंग इट इज़ टू वेक अप एवरी सिंगल डे. हर रोज़ सुबह जागना कितनी बड़ी नेमत है. विद ऑल दीज ब्लेसिंग आई हैव नो ऑप्शन बट टू से. इन तमाम नेमतों के साथ मैं इसके अलावा कुछ और नहीं कह सकता. लाइफ इज़ सो वंडरस एंड एडमिट दैट रियली ऑल इज़ ओके. ज़िंदगी कितनी दिलचस्प है और मानता हूँ कि यकीनन ये सब ठीक है. As we go down on our knees and with thanks we pray. और अपनी ख्वाबों की दुनिया में और जब हम अपने घुटनों पर झुकते हैं और शुक्र के साथ नमाज अदा करते हैं या दुआ करते हैं. जब हम अपने घुटनों पर झुकते हैं और शुक्र के साथ नमाज अदा करते हैं. बिफोर वी ड्रिफ्ट ऑफ इनटू ड्रीम लैंड फार फार अवे. और अपनी ख्वाबों की दुनिया में दूर दूर तक जाने से पहले. थैंक यू लॉर्ड फॉर लेटिंग मी लिव अनदर प्रीशियस डे. प्रीशियस डेट अल्लाह तेरा शुक्र है. प्रीशियस डे अल्लाह तेरा शुक्र है एक और कीमती दिन जीने देने के लिए. Deduce the meaning of the following words from the text. Students, this is your activity. You will deduce the meaning of the following words from the text. Words are blessing, chirping, merry, crazy, stream, precious, fluffy, ray, gay, hay, admit, pray. Glossary. Words meaning: hectic, very busy, full of activity. Stroll, hectic, मसरूफ़. Stroll, घूमना. Snuggled, आरामदेह, गरम. Duet, गद्दा. Bay, किनारा. Piercing, تیز, retire, تھک جانا, prickly, چبھنا, wondrous, حیران کن, drift, آہستہ آہستہ منتقل ہونا, آہستہ آہستہ حرکت کرنا, hectic, very busy, full of activity, stroll, to walk somewhere in a slow, relaxed way, snuggle, to get into or to put something into a warm, comfortable position, especially close to somebody, duet, a large cloth bag that is filled with feathers or other soft material and that you have on top of you in bed to keep yourself warm, bay, a part of the sea or of a large lake partially surrounded by wide curve of the land, piercing, offering you very strongly, especially in a way that cause you pain, retire, to stop doing your job, especially because you have reached a particular age, prickly, give somebody an unpleasant feeling on their skin, wondrous, strange, beautiful and impressive, drift, a slow, steady movement from one place to another. Come to book exercise. Students, you will write these glossaries in your notebook. Find words in the poem which mean the same as God sent, God blessed, or the blessing of God, allowing, letting, cheerful, happy, valuable, precious. Use dictionary to find appropriate word definition, identify pronunciation with the help of pronunciation key, identify syllable division and stress pattern. This is your activity. You will use the dictionary. Writing. Paraphrase example. First stanza. In the first stanza of this beautiful poem, the poet expresses the feeling of gratitude to God for blessing us wake up every morning and live another beautiful day. It is a blessing to witness the beauty of nature in the form of singing birds and squirrels at play. Each one of us have something planned for the day, whether we spend it working or by taking a walk along the bay. Each moment is special, and for that the poet is thankful to God for letting him live another day. Writing portion. Paraphrase example. First stanza. In the first stanza of this beautiful poem, the poet expressed the feeling of gratitude to God for blessing us wake up every morning and live another beautiful day. It is a blessing to witness the beauty of nature in the form of singing birds and squirrels at play. Each one of us have something planned for day, whether we spend it working or by taking a walk along the bay. Each moment is special, and for that the poet is thankful to God for letting him live another day. Listening and speaking. Articulate the following tongue twisters in front of the student. Students, example of alliteration come to us in the form of tongue twisters as well. Alliteration is the repetition of the same or similar consonant sounds, usually at the beginning of words that are close together. By using this technique, poets carefully choose and arrange ordinary words and make music with them. Let's start. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Students, our tongue twist. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck could chuck wood, he would chuck as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Students, by using this technique, I have already told you by using this technique, poets carefully choose and arrange ordinary words and make music with them. Grammar. Consonant cluster. What is consonant cluster? A consonant cluster in a word is a group of consonants with no vowels between them. The longest possible cluster in English. is three consonant sounds at the start, such as splash, and for at the end as in 12th. I repeat again, note the point. A consonant cluster in a word is group of consonants with no vowels between them. Group of consonant, note it, group of consonants with no vowels between them. And the longest possible cluster in English is 3 or 4. In 3, such as splash, and 4 at the end as in 12th. Example, the tongue twister, the sixth twisty crisp, has several consonant clusters in it, making it difficult to pronounce. Exercise A. Circle the initial and underline the final consonant clusters in the following words. Some are given to you. I have underlined. The remaining words to circle the initial and underline the final consonant cluster. Students, this is your activity. It will be done by you. Pronouncing the. When the definite article the comes before a word that begins with a vowel, it is stressed as the. Note it. When the comes before a word that begins with a vowel, it is stressed as the. We can pronounce it the elephant. The elephant, because vowel is used, is vowel. When the comes before a word that begins with a consonant, it means we can pronounce the word the in two different ways. Which ways? In two ways. The comes before a word that begins with a vowel, it is stressed as the. But the comes before a word that begins with a consonant. With a consonant, it is unstressed as the. Example, the car. The elephant, because vowel is used, we will pronounce the as the elephant. And we will pronounce the because with car, because C is consonant in the word car. Choose the correct article. A and the are no article. Article is a part of speech. The is used for definite. The is called a definite article because it is used to refer to a specific thing. The is called a definite article because it is used to refer to a specific thing. While a and n are used when we refer to a singular things for the first time, or when we do not mean a specific thing. We can also call no article or zero article. Instead of no article, we can also say zero article. Are you coming to the party next Saturday? I bought a new pair of jeans yesterday. I think a man over there is very ill. He can't stand on his feet. I read the book you had sent me. She was wearing a nice dress when she met him. I am crazy about reading history books. Zero article. She is a nice girl and an intelligent student. Do you want to go to the restaurant where we first met? Students activity. Exercise A, page 96 is your homework. Stay safe at home. God bless you.